It's still early. Where to now?
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family. You okay?
I'm fine. The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has a... Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on. Sweet Dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Thank you.
Whew, that was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in... Come now. It's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do. Seems I let my wish...
I will, but put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing.
I can't believe I've left everyone with... Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value. Not after how you wielded the power of harm. Answer me. What are...
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Agreed. But, until you leave... I left my home in a hurry. That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companion...
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony.
Come with me. We'll go find...
Okay.
here. They should be somewhere nearby.
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express... Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that...
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any...
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain...
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here? These lady...
This... How?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into... I have no interest in the Harmony's I hear that the Could there be more to it? Logic. The average Pathstrider would... It's a pity we do not communicate much with... That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable... So, is it out of goodwill that the... Looks like this is one exceptional passenger.
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask him instead? He knows how to present things. You don't have to tell him that. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting-Yoon for a while after separating.
Did something happen?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but
What happened?
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy. Miss Ting-Yoon ate the candy too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze.
What's your...
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely that there is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar...
Mr. Yang?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
It's been a while, everyone.
You!
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain. I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you...
The surprises just keep pouring in.
Let's leave this discussion for later.
That's not gonna be easy.
Miss March 7th.
You're sick.
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Tingyun to come together to form the... How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in.
There. Now...
There does appear.
Hey! You better not be referring to the park...
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger.
Yes, more.
The Law Fu. Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an
Quite the contrary. She might have. Story for another time.
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should...
That sounds nice. But then again, gifts should... If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind...
You sure have a way of...
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be.
So, what do you think?
Let's try a different name, my dear.
Don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see
Okay...
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns are too caught up in their own world.
One that we can spot. It may take me a while. Huh? You can't... I'll take you next...
Nah.
Even if that's true... Huh? Yikes! This Miss Tingyun look...
Were you all looking for me?
Found her!
It's nothing special.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with required...
Worth a try, my lady. If...
before you start...
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps as assurance,
That is true.
if you still have concerns.
There's no...
Are you all right with this?
I go...
Then kindly forgive our intrusion.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Look! It's working!
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Miss Tingyun, you're finally... You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? What's...
It's nothing. Just a...
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not... I nearly died. Just now.
Don't be afraid. What?
No matter what you see, you're not alone.
Who? And... Is that where I came from? And where does... That looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
The life support pod is ready.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the...
You're still trying. There's no precedent.
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the law.
Excuse me. This girl... Tingyun.
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again.
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body. And
The destruction? Please, who are you?
I can't go to you. All I can do...
You want me to go through here? Do I have to...
There's no need for that. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as...
My... Is this called... coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Let the show begin!
Dream vanished.
Victory is inevitable!
Let's improvise. Let the show begin!
Clouds scattered.
Dreams do come true.
Not fear.
Share good fortunes. Not this time.
Never hesitate!
Indulge yourselves!
Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
How can it be? The ones from before weren't defeated either?
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness, or bring them with you when you return to the world here.
Return to the world? What are you saying? wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So... I'm...
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor.
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born. You may also prove yourself to be the exception.
How troublesome. But
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path, and only by walking this path will you break through the darkness. Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager, but someone didn't agree with that assessment.
what about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that, yet you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to... There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death.
My body...
I'm sorry. I can't let... Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe... To prevent its resurgence, I made some... You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately. There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me... Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. But you should go with them. It can only help with your...
Are you...
Did I?
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead.
I suppose there's no point. Miss Ting Yun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager.
But something happened to change.
Yes, a genius got involved. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Ting Yun back home.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. So long as nobody was hurt.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway.
So glad again.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank...
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Ting Yun is resolved...
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is... I'll leave Miss Ting Yun in your...
Huh? But, Mr. Yang, the message...
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be...
Okay. Leave it. It's ridiculous! How come I keep bumping into colleagues?
Where are you planning to go?
Could you give me some time to think?
Shall we keep going then? Did you forget already?
I'm...
As if a merchant...
No, I already picked up a few gifts earlier. So that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time. So we better not drag our feet.
The most luxurious What are you trying to do?
Welcome.
How can I help?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some.
Wow, you really know how to flatter.
First we have. Lady Fu Xuan has such refined taste. Let's go with your suggestion. Next is.
Siri.
Now that the Alliance has all of you there, come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about. Finally, we have Lady Violet.
Both wings.
You carry yourself with such dignity and grace. That's all of them. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much any.
A souvenir for myself. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is.
Everything you want.
This is a good spot.
Miss Ting Yoon.
You've looked out for me during our travels together, but there are some things I find. Do you two still.
How could we forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was that thought has me filled with sorrow. That's what I've been puzzled about too. I never actually saw. What was your impression of that? That's just the nature of the Foxians. So, what did she see? Oh, is that a compliment? Was there...
That's true.
Now, in your eyes...
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird?
Miss March, you might have...
Huh?
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but...
We wouldn't...
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. I regret missing out on your Xianzhou journey. But everything that Fantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered, that thought has brought me great comfort. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. And now, I will reclaim Dear benefactors, looks like we're off to a... And you, my dear benefactor.
Miss Ting Yoon, that's way too over the top.
We'll see. All right, no more questions. I hope I...
Watch your step now.
A dream about... Well,
Welcome to the Dreamscape Sail.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts.
Just a friendly reminder. That being said, the story unfolds in the Shenzhou Alliance. The young sword master strives to become the sword champion. However, his junior Foxian sword.
Why does that sound off?
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's...
I love customers like you.
So easy to take advantage. Just don't pick anything weak.
Oh, speaking of after troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without proper...
Here are the dream bundles I've prepared. Thank you for it.
Well, it looks like everything's...
I can't believe it's time for Miss Ting Yoon to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet. Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Has the messenger from the Xianzhou arrived?
Long time no see, everyone.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand. But now it seems it was Ting Yoon, I'm here to take you home.
Madame Yukong?
I wanted to come because
Yeah,
your body.
I've already escaped. Also, it's not all bad.
You're still the same. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it even if we can't completely rid you of the pain.
I have no doubt. Do I really have to go back?
Why?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when it seemed...
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to
take advantage of this.
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain. If possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal.
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If we follow this plan, we must keep your I'll support you, no matter.
Then I'm glad. I shall...
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it...
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. There is someone who can attest. Please follow me. She should be... After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Ting Yoons, each embodying. One of them hasn't returned to me.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Madame Yukong, do you remember... Perhaps that was her first...
Back then, you were still young enough.
You probably still can. Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the Star Skiff, and even dreamed of
This flight was a turning. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. In this world, even though I lacked the talent to pilot the Star Skiff and wasn't much of... Even to this day, this...
That hasn't...
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a... Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. But now
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong. In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity. But Yukong. The gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox, not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor, remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust and make those masterminds behind the curtains. Sneeze a few times.
Is this place also affected?
No, I'm just here to... So it shouldn't matter if we hadn't.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this.
You're not worried I'll take the...
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and... Now then, Mr.
I'm not leaving.
Let him stay. He won't... I actually need 1 week to be there. She should...
You don't intend to reveal your...
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't...
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I... I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
My name is 1 week.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. So, have we ever truly... No, no. Today is my rest day. It's somewhere farther away. They... Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars? Still, these stars are... Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Did the person you wanted to see... Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be... If you don't mind me asking, there are many such people on Penacony. Failure is like... I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Are you saying that's not true? Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. I hope so. A dream jigsaw. I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky. It seems we've been blessed with... Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for... The second jigsaw piece. We should keep... It's done. Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars. But as long as you continue to gaze upon and those unfamiliar stars,
That didn't seem like...
it's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side. Why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you... I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either. Here almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. The only but, before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced at this very moment. There are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you to trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet you stop and spend precious time on people just...
That's not what I think at all. Besides,
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never...
not all journeys lead to the stars. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person, this is my way of the trail.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I also know that a person will only be able to... There was never a third person.
I told you he'd...
Since you already know 1 week's secret, let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final bow.
I know you can hide your appearance, but...
Don't worry, I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here, and believing it to be the morning